plants in here. Okay, today we are going to go over how to upgrade cars. But we're going to use the new car pack that just came out. Hopefully it's good. The Playseat car pack. Whatever the fuck a Playseat is. Let's start. ATS. You look cool. Alright. So, one thing that I've noticed playing online with my bro and friends, a lot of people don't really know how to upgrade their cars so that they can be competitive. So there's a weird little understanding about how cars should be built in certain classes. So I'm gonna go over these cars and see if the Forza fucking servers work today, and if I can help anybody out with building cars, because it seems like an ongoing issue, even with some of my friends, where they can't compete because they're putting way too much power on a car, or they're putting way too much grip on a car and it's not fast enough, or it doesn't have enough handling. So we're gonna go over it and see if I can help out a little bit and give you a general idea. That's a cool looking paint job. Let's buy that. Of how to build a car. So first off, we're gonna try this ATSV. See how it does. Not every car is good. Sometimes it's really hard to fit a certain car in any class, even if it's your favorite car. Sometimes they just don't work. So, for example, this ATSV is good as fuck in real life, and Forza's rating has it at 728, which is kind of tough to make sure that it's competitive. But if you look at the stats, you have a general idea. Like, it's got pretty good handling, so we won't have to do too much to that. It's got a decent amount of speed. It needs more acceleration. The launch is actually really good for rear-wheel drive, and the braking is really good too. So first off, we're gonna go to upgrades, custom upgrade. All right, so sorry, I'm a little sick today. My very, 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 this is my preference, first thing that I'm gonna do is put all handling on this thing. Obviously, it's a rear-wheel drive sports car. Not gonna fucking put off-road suspension on it unless I completely feel like it's useless in every sort of way, and then I'll throw off-road suspension on it, make it four-wheel drive, and do stupid shit with it. 108 pounds. Oh wow, this is light. 2,800 pounds. Yeah, let's leave it like that. Alright, so we got the handling up there. My tip, weight reduction. If you can get a car, whatever car it is that you're driving, and you put weight reduction, full weight reduction on, I feel like that class is where that car belongs, right? So this car, I got full weight reduction on it. Acceleration went up to 8.3, which is fairly decent. It's not very competitive, but it's decent. You always want grip, so 325s in the back, that's fantastic. 285s up front, that's fantastic. Now we have a 7.0 handling, which is about all you need in A class to be competitive. Well, shit, you can use less, to be honest. We'll go back to that if I feel like we don't have enough power. Well, 7.2 handling is pretty good. 464 horsepower, 2,900 pounds. Yeah, that's not bad. Rims go last. Tires, I always do tires last. You can run stock tires in A class with no problem on this game. Spoilers is all about preference. I usually put wings on everything, but today I think I'm going to skip it because I don't want the car to be too slow. I mean, yeah, we'll see what happens. Alright, so after I do all my handling, the very next thing I do is go to engine swaps. see what they have to offer. Here's a. Oh no, that's not the 6.2 I wanted. I was hoping that they had the CTS-V engine in here, 650 horsepower. But I guess it is the same fucking engine and you can just upgrade it to that. It's lighter. Always compare and contrast. Nah, I think it's fine. We don't need a V10 and it's going into S-Class. I don't think this car would be that great in S-Class just because of the type of car it is. It's just a sports car. Not even a sports car, it's a fucking coupe. Four-wheel drive, yeah, you know, whatever. Everyone wants four-wheel drive, but I don't really care for it that much. Everything can't be four-wheel drive all the time. Alright, so engine upgrades are a bust. So very next thing, always put on a differential. Check your transmission. See if it's within your preference. It doesn't add that much PI, but let's go back. Install. Yeah, buy credits, whatever. Come on. Alright, let's go to tuning. Before you put on a transmission, always look at the gearbox. And if you look at this gearbox, it looks fucking ridiculous. Oh man, look at that glass gear. 6th gear looks horrible. Top speed of 187. It could easily have more with a gearbox, so let's do that. No. In this case, you want a racing gearbox. Yeah, it says that the acceleration goes down, but the top speed goes up to 192. 4085. So actually the acceleration is better, but Forza's broken as always, and it tells you it gets worse. Alright, so we have a little bit of room for power. See if you can squeeze in the turbo. Nope. See if we can squeeze in displacement. No replacement for displacement. Not too bad. Cams fit perfectly. Now, I'm probably going to put these cams in because I get the most acceleration within the rest of the PI that I have left. Anything that lightens up the weight, like an exhaust, is always a plus, but it doesn't add that much power compared to 503 horsepower that I get for putting in cams. Let's explore our options here. A little bit there. A little bit there. Nothing's matching up to the cams. Always explore your options. No. No. Alright, cool. So we're going with the cams. 800. So now we have a pretty decent acceleration. 8.5 is pretty good with the 7.4 top speed. A lot of muscle cars that I build in A-Class that have about a 7.0 handling or 6.9, sometimes 7.1, 7.2, they'll have like an 8.8 acceleration, but their top speed is in the 6s. So this car is almost, 198 miles an hour, and we can probably boost that with a little bit of adjustment to the gearbox. So always see if you can add in anything else within your PI. So look, I just lost 2.5 pounds. Trust me, it makes a difference. That does nothing. I can't use that. And then now, see if okay, so I'm gaining PI. I don't want to gain. No, man, that's a good looking car. Alright, and see if we can add some rims on this thing. At least something that's cool. Like those, add weight. Add track weight. Nah, it looks too tuner. That don't look terrible. That don't look too bad either. Oh yeah, let's go check the HREs. Because HREs are amazing. Oh yeah. Oh man, no, not the Forza. Yep. These are great. These are like my favorite rims in the game now. All right, cool. So now we have a very, very balanced rear-wheel drive A-class vehicle. So one thing I like to do is filter to A-class and then sort it by class to see where my car compares, which it's way in the back. So here's a car with he's a perfect example of low top speed but a lot of handling and acceleration. 7.4 handlings might be a little bit of overkill, but if I remember correct, this car needed to have sports tires on it because it would have like a low 6 handling, which isn't good enough for A class unless you're using all kinds of assists. If you're not using assists, then you need to have your control of the car. So here's a good example. Here's a 8.7 acceleration car with a 6.9 speed, and compared to what we're doing, here's a 7.0 7.186. Here's a V8 rear-wheel drive car, 8.574. So it's about the same. It tends to happen a lot in this game that a lot of the same types of drivetrains, the cars are always exactly the same. So this car, I'd give it fairly decent rating in A class. I wouldn't try to drop it to B class. If you want something completely ridiculous, you could probably throw it up in the S class. But I like to keep my cars true to what they really are, and I like it where it is, so I'll probably end up driving it. Alright, so next car. Oh, I guess we can test drive it. Oh, the V6 sounds like a Nissan. Yeah, this car feels really balanced. Take it over a jump. Yeah, don't take this thing off-road. Here we go. I can already tell I need to change the gearbox a little bit. And if I want it to drift, I'm going to have to do a little bit more to suspension. Anyway, pretty cool little car. I'm glad they finally added it. They should have added it and the CTS-V together. But I know it's a business and they have to fucking, rip everybody off by spreading the favorites out. Alright, so next car. Let's do that Aston right there. That beautiful but also funky looking Aston Martin, or Austin Martin, however the fuck you want to say it. See who's got a good paint. No, that looks good. That looks really good. I might have to go with that. That looks funny. Red Bull paint jobs on everything. That's kind of clean too. I like that too, but didn't hit me like this paint job did. Alright. Fan favorite Aston Martin. It's just the DB11, I think. New car. Forza's always quick to get new shit in here. Well, sometimes. Not all the time. Carbon fiber, I like it. It's a good angle for that car. Alright. Upgrades. Custom upgrades. Bam. Cars at an 805. So, when you have a car that's this low to the class, you always want to see if you can possibly utilize it